Okay, Amy Davis King, you're next. Let's see what's going on. I love you so much too, Jennifer. I miss you. I miss my creative playmate like you wouldn't believe. And Deborah, same for you too, hun. That's your card as well. Okay, for sure. Okay, Amy Davis King, let's see. Okay, Amy Davis King, this is a great card. I just got chills for this too. Angel, you had asked for a card in here. You said you would like to know what a card is. This is for you as well. I want you to know this. Sherry, I'm hearing this card. Carolyn, I'm hearing this card because you guys are like twin flames. Carolyn and Sherry are twin flames and best friends. So I'm hearing that as well. And Hitomi, you're coming back again. Last week you got this card, so I'm hearing this as well. So this is for all of you guys, and this is a beautiful card. I haven't pulled on a Magic Mondays yet, so this is really fun. Okay, this is the sacred flow of yes, and I want you to see that it's the koi fish, and I want you to see that is those beautiful peaches and oranges with pinks. So that is all sacral chakra, right? That is all your creative manifestation chakra. Jennifer Evans, I just got you as well too. So this is coming in. So this is your creative chakra that's down here. This is our birthing of what we choose to birth and how we choose to manifest and how we choose to be the sacred creators of our own life. It's a manifestation card. It is the sacred flow of yes. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you an example, you guys. I don't usually like to talk about me when it's about you. Trust me, when I do your readings, that's the soul, which is all about you. You know, stir as we get in there, and magic is the shift that happens. So, but I am going to talk about me for a minute, okay? Because I experienced the sacred flow of yes just last week, okay? I was contacted by a former art student of mine, and she contacted me, and she was going through some stuff, and she wanted to do a soul vacation. That's what she called it, a soul vacation. And she really wanted to have somebody be her sacred guide. And she thought of me, and she messaged me, and she contacted me, and she asked me if I would do a private art retreat, just one-on-one, me and her. Now, I have never done a private art retreat, you guys. I've never done private lessons. I've never done that. When I was teaching, I was always traveling and teaching at the large retreats or at large scrapbooking stores or rubber stamping stores. So I have always done groups of ladies, right? I've never done a one-on-one. And I have to tell you, I was really like the first somatic experience I had was scared. I was like, no, I can't do that. In my mind, I was like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. Since I've never done that before, I don't know how to do it. But instead, I just took a really deep breath, because not only 2 days before, I was asking my guides and angels, I needed an influx of cash into my business. I have something that I need to do, and I needed a really nice influx of cash to come in there to be able to pay for the next step of what I wanted to do, so I can keep moving forward, so I can keep sharing, and I can keep being of service. Well, to do that, I need more education, right? Because I'm always getting education. So I want to be able to pay for my second half of my NLP in November. And it's a big chunk of change. It really is. So I was asking the universe for a big chunk of change. And literally 2 days later, it manifested where she wanted to pay that exact amount of chunk of change, plus just enough money to cover the hotel and the food. Like literally, I asked for it. The guides delivered it, right? Almost to the dollar amount on it. And I had to be aware enough to pay attention to say yes. And I wanted to say no because I was scared that I wasn't good enough. I was scared that I didn't have it inside of me to be able to do it to the best of my ability. So I took a really big, deep breath, and I decided that if I asked the universe and the universe delivered it to me, then I had to be brave enough to say yes, right? So I asked some questions. Now, I didn't just say yes right away. I made sure I got clarifying information. You know, we had a discovery call. I asked her what her intention was. I asked her what her goal was. I asked her what she wanted to learn. I made sure that I had the parameters, because that is boundaries and self-care, which I've had to learn. And I had to know if I was truly able to answer the call and be in the sacred flow of yes, or if it was too much and I wasn't able to do it. But I did it. So the sacred flow of yes. So I got in it, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience for me. It opened up to my mind that I can definitely do private art retreats, that there is an incredible niche in my industry and in what I do. There's incredible niche for private art retreats of 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. And that it opened up my upper limit, as Jennifer would call it, my ceiling, my potential for financial abundance to come into my life. And I did it because of the sacred flow of yes. Okay. So that's your card. So Amy, back to you. If you are finding yourself, and anybody else, if you are finding yourself asking for manifestations, if you are asking for the universe to do opportunities, and you are truly setting the intention and then allowing the universe to figure out the how, right? The dreaded hows. If you figure out how to let the universe bring it into you, and then you get exactly what you wish for, but then you still have your emotional baggage, you still have your stuff, right? That makes you, tricks those triggers on you. So you tricks all of those childhood subconscious triggers, and then you stop the flow. You say no, right? Saying no stops the flow. Saying no stops the flow. You stop the flow. And then what happens is, what is it? It's like a start, stop. It's like revving up your engine and then shutting it off at the same time. So that's how manifestation works. You have to trust into the universe. You have to lean into the sacred flow. You have to be brave enough to say yes. You have to ask for it, do the work, and say yes. Okay. So that's the card of the sacred flow of yes. So Amy, whatever you might be saying no to, look at it. Is that your emotional baggage? Do you need to do a little bit of work? Do you need to do some emotional release? Do you need to do some forgiveness work? Do you need to just be quiet? Do you need to trust yourself more? Do you need to be brave? Do you need to get the energy? Do you need to eat differently or move differently in order to have the energy so you can say yes? All of those things are really, really important so we can live our dharma, right? And we can allow the inner light to come out so we can inspire and help others in our lifetime. Okay, awesome. Okay, Hitomi, I think I have time for one more card today. Leilani, so nice. I love you guys. I love when the Mondays happen on holidays, because I get so many more people. You guys check in. So let me see what Amy says. Thank you. This card is a helpful message of hope for me right now. I am really struggling and feel like anything I ask for is a no. I'm a mess of emotional baggage these days. Amy, thank you for sharing that and being so vulnerable. That was a really vulnerable comment to share in the community, and you are not alone. And there's a lot of people that feel that way right now, particularly coming out of COVID in the last 2 years of where we've been. So the thing I want to tell you, honey, and anybody else who is feeling this way, there is support. You have support of everybody on here. You guys, I would love if you have any extra energy to send to Amy, send her some love from your heart light so she can feel it, so she doesn't feel so alone, because we are not alone. And here's the thing, if we don't ask for help, then we think we're alone. We have to be brave enough to ask for help too. So Amy, there's help for you, okay? I'm here to help you. There's other opportunities, there's support groups, there's meetup groups, there's stuff. The thing is, we got to get out of our own way, you guys. Okay. You are not alone, Amy. Susan says, I love that. So Jennifer says, wow, this helped me to see how I bring my emotional baggage to manifesting. Yeah, exactly.